Hey, Bay folk, welcome back to, I was gonna say a little doll haul, but that really doesn't necessarily feel appropriate considering I'm not even on camera because I can't even fit all these boxes in frame, let alone all the boxes and myself in frame. So we have, a decent doll haul to get through today. I have just like several dolls clearly that have been piling up that I haven't unboxed. This is not all of them, but these all sort of fit together, at least in my head. I think I'm going to end up titling this something like my semi-relevant doll haul. But before I get into why, let's go ahead and discuss the doll of the week.
Today's doll of the week, since it's the first doll of the week of 2026, I think it's only fitting for me to go ahead and pick my favorite acquisition from 2025. This beautiful Swan Lake Barbie Odette. I just love her. I mean, look at her. Everything glitters, and it's such an ethereal glimmer. Like, I truly don't know what it is, but I feel like they don't use glitter like this anymore. So shout out to her.
So yes, the reason that I'm calling it my semi-relevant doll haul is that out of all of the dolls that I need to unbox to like play catch up here, these are all the ones that were released like semi recently. I don't really feel like any of them stand alone enough or have been released recently enough for me to do like an individual video on them. But I feel like, I don't know, they're all sort of connected. None of them are super duper old or anything. This is like, again, a semi relevant, semi recent doll haul. Clearly, Reese's very excited. I'm sure the mic is picking up her screams from off camera. But yeah, let's just go ahead and get into what we have to unbox today. And that I think will really cement what I mean by like semi relevant. So, first off, we have, I'm trying to make sure that the glare isn't too bad, this Bratz Big Babyz Yasmin. This is a reproduction. We got news that they were going to be doing this like ages ago, and then I never heard anything else. I don't know if y'all did, and I'm just like living under a rock somehow. I say somehow like that's completely outside the realm of possibility. I know I live under a rock. But I don't know if I just missed it. But yeah, they did come out clearly. Like I didn't hear about them, and I honestly thought that the release might have been canceled. And then randomly one day I just was like, let me Google it to see, and her listing just popped up on Walmart. So I ordered her. I'm not gonna lie, this is sort of experimental for me. I got into the Bratz babies last year, but this is big, this is different. And while I do have two 18-inch dolls that I also got into last year, I don't know, like she's just very different for the collection, and I'm not really sure how we're going to feel upon getting her out of box. What I can tell you is that in box, I can already see there are some pretty bad quality control issues. I don't think you guys will be able to see. I will absolutely be showing you later, so don't worry. But specifically, her hair is just so poorly painted. But even with that being the case, I thought about like returning her and just not keeping her in the collection because the quality was so bad. And I couldn't bring myself to do it. I just felt sad every time I thought about getting rid of her. So we're going to see how that goes. She's definitely sort of a wild card, but she's semi relevant to me because, like, she's a new release, a new, like, reproduction release at least. But I haven't really seen anyone talking about these. And so I don't know, I didn't think a dedicated video, I didn't think anybody would care. So that's number one. I'm going to go ahead and push her to the back here so we can have someone else take a turn. And that someone else is this Airbrush and Create Rainbow High doll. I always get tripped up because they don't have like names. So my brain was like, what's her name? She doesn't she doesn't have a name. This is a doll that I have been like wanting and waiting for so long. I feel like it's sort of hard to see in box. Obviously, later you're going to get to see her out of the box, but she's got such amazing curly hair. She's got like freckles all over and these insane baggy pants that I'm absolutely in love with. The gimmick, I honestly haven't decided yet whether or not we're going to test it. Although now I feel like I sort of have to do a little something something because it does say that you can use it on your hair. And like that's a test, right? Like now I have to do it. I probably won't use her clothes though cuz like on the off chance that this stuff stains and is not in fact washable as it claims back there where it's probably glaring and you probably can't see, I don't want to ruin her outfit. I don't know yet if I want to dye it at all or if I want to just keep her like pure white. I don't know. That is not the point. The point is the doll herself. Ever since we got stock photos for this, again, it feels like it's been ages ago. I've been so excited because I just think she has such a unique look and such a unique and fun outfit. Unfortunately, a lot of you guys did let me know, and thank you for letting me know. That part's not the unfortunate part, but unfortunately, it does seem that different areas of the world got like different versions of this doll. It seems like within the US, from what I've heard, no one is getting dolls with elbow articulation in the US. It sounds like people outside of the US sometimes get elbow articulation on this doll, but I do live in Ohio, USA, so I'm not anticipating that she is articulated, which is a huge bummer, especially like if they already are manufacturing options that are articulated. I think that's kind of messed up to not just make them all articulated. And also, like, that was very ambiguous with the marketing, like it wasn't clear, in my opinion, that they were doing that. Even so, she's just such a stunning doll that I couldn't not care. Like I thought about it, I was like, "Ooh, is that going to make me not want her?" And the answer was no. So, still got her. Still very excited about this. Um, with this one, she is the newest of the bunch, and I did think about having her be like a video just for herself because she's definitely the most relevant. But by the time I got her, I already had Yasmin and this little set that we're gonna get to back there. And so at that point, I was like, rather than doing an individual video, I'll just go ahead and throw her in with the haul because again, semi relevant here. But to mention the place that I literally have to stand up. I was kneeling. Little behind the scenes info there. I straight up when I do my reviews, I like kneel in front of my table like an animal instead of doing any sort of professional setup. Third item. So this may be surprising to some of you because I'm typically not really a huge playset person. I do have like a few furniture items that I display the dolls on. And this isn't actually even the first Monster High playset that I've gotten. I did get the like Coffin Bean. I always get Coffee Break and Coffin Bean mixed up, but I think it was the Coffin Bean playset from G3. I got that one on a sale and it was like mostly for the cat that it came. But then I did end up liking at least the couch, but I don't really use like the rest of the display. All that to say, for me, buying a playset, especially a playset that doesn't come with a doll, is quite rare. But when we first got images of this, it has been ages. This has been on the shelves for a hot minute. But when we first got like pictures and everything, I just thought this was so cool and so fun. And like, I don't know, something about it just really drew me in. This is like the exception to my general ambivalence about playsets. I was so, so excited about it. I did wait for quite some time to get this one just because honestly, like I saw people floating around the theory that they were going to do with this playset a similar thing that they did with the Monster High car from G3, where at first they released the car by itself and then it later got more releases with dolls because I guess like maybe the car didn't sell, so they had extra pieces, so they like repackaged it all together. I did see people theorizing that, and so I was like, okay, let me wait it out a little bit just to like see if that happens. It hasn't yet. It very much still could. Honestly, I said that and immediately was like, as soon as I'm done filming, I'm gonna check Instagram and see this place with a doll. Like I, that would be so funny. That'd be so funny. I don't actually think it's gonna happen, but that would be insane. But yeah, it hasn't happened yet. It still could happen. But at this point, I was just like, okay, I'm kind of done waiting, especially because they have started putting this on sale. I did not pay full price for this. I think I paid like $20. It's been a little bit since I actually like purchased this one, so I'm forgetting. But I think it was originally 30, and I think I paid 20 for it. And so I was like, okay, well, if they're already putting it on sale, I don't want to risk them not remaking it. So I went ahead and grabbed it. And if they end up releasing a version with a doll later, that's a problem for future rain, okay? That's not my issue right now. So I haven't even said what this is. Oh, yeah, we're doing good today. This is Draculaura's secret potion room. I don't know. I just think it's fun. I think it's cute. We have a little Count Fabulous in there. And I am really excited to set this up on my shelves and put a Draculaura in here so she can go about her little witchy business. So those three that we've covered were supposed to be the original haul. Like those were my only plans. And I was like, cool, once the holidays are over, I'll go ahead and I will do this little haul. And then I went to Burlington and my husband was nice to me. I really truly was just in there to like kill time. Like I was just waiting for him to come pick me up because I had had an appointment and then the Burlington was like close by and he hadn't gotten there yet. And so I was like, oh, whatever, I'll just go inside Burlington. And then I saw these lovely girly pops. Unfortunately, Luna, I do think is a little less lovely. Sorry, but Sunny, listen, she's incredible. This pack is the oldest release from the bunch, hence why it was at Burlington. This was 34 bucks. I think originally it was like what, 50 or 60, somewhere in there. I don't remember exactly. It might have honestly been worse. I'll put on screen the original price if I can manage to hunt it down. But it was one that I hadn't gotten when they first came out because I was just like, this is way too expensive for me to get just for the one doll. Because like I had Luna's signature doll, and I I've talked about it before. I just have like a little bit of trouble with Shadow High. It doesn't make sense. I don't know why my brain works like this, but because we don't have a lower explanation as for why everyone at Shadow High has fantasy skin tones, I just like it bothers me. I know that's dumb. I can't control the way that my brain works. And the other thing with Luna is that at least her original doll, I think, had metallic nylon hair. I think that's what was going on with her. And I fucking hate metallic nylon. That is honestly, I know I'm going to sound crazy to some people saying this. I dislike metallic nylon more than I dislike polypropylene. I would rather have polypropylene on a doll. I hate metallic nylon so much. So Luna as a doll is just like not really for me. So when these first came out, it was like obviously the Sunny is incredible. Okay, the level of detail on both of them, but like especially on Sunny, is unreal. I mean, like she's got hair clips. You've probably seen videos of her before, so that's probably not a revelation. But she's just so cool and so detailed and interesting. But at the time that they came out, I was like, I like the Sunny, but I don't like her enough to pay the 2-pack full price, knowing that I'm not really into Luna. And then at least as far as I was paying attention, like I feel like they went on sales, but I don't think I ever saw them drop this low. That doesn't mean that they didn't. It could be an area based thing, or I could have just like not seen it. But yeah, I just like never ended up getting them. But now seeing them in Burlington, especially with the current state of Rainbow High, like I am excited. Okay, for her. Obviously, I bought her with my own money. Like I want this doll. This doll was like 30 bucks. Yes, she comes with a gimmick, but there's like no elbow articulation, no wrist articulation. She's a gimmick doll. And frankly, that's one of the better things that Rainbow High has come out with lately, in my opinion. Most of their stuff is kind of questionable. So getting these two for 35 bucks, they still have the wrist articulation, all of the detail on here, and I can definitely at least save Luna's pieces, even though I likely will end up selling her doll. To me, I was like, okay, that's definitely a better price. And so when my husband arrived at Burlington, he was very sweet and he bought them for me as a slightly early Christmas gift. So they kind of were an impromptu addition to the little haul. But that's everyone. I literally don't think I can. I'm not even going to try. I don't think I can manage to get it to where you can see everybody. All of these boxes are just too big. So let's fix that by digging on into it. This is going to take me hot, a hot second to unbox everybody. But for you, it will be very short. So I'll be back. Okay, that took ages as I thought. And also my hands hurt now. But you know what I have? A lot of dolls to talk about, and I am very excited about it. So we are just going to go in the same order that I went in, like while I was talking about them in the intro, which means we're starting off with this big Bratz Babyz Yasmin. So real quick, just because like I've never had one of these, right? Like this is a reproduction. This is the first time I've ever had one of these. I just wanted to give you a sense of like the scale, because it is like, I don't know, rather interesting. There is a normal Bratz Yasmin for comparison. And then here is a regular Bratz Babyz Yasmin for comparison. So like the regular Babyz is like almost as big as just the big Babyz pets, which is crazy. So she's like big, but if you go ahead and compare her to this Rainbow High doll that obviously, well, Shadow High technically, but that we're going to be getting to, Yasmin is like only a little bit taller. So it's just, I don't know, it's sort of a funky, interesting scale that they have for the big Bratz Babyz, and I just wanted to show that off in case you're like me and you have never seen it for yourself. But obviously, we have to talk about like her specifically. Number one thing we're starting off with, here's her little pet, her little mascot. The frog is articulated. As you can see, I can rotate the head around the body. It's a like very, very squishy plastic on the bottom, not so squishy on the top, and the head is also significantly like bigger than the body, right? So Like, there's literally no way to get this thing to stand up. I mean, you can even see that it's like almost leaning forward. Like, it almost has a forward lean to it inherently. So that's kind of a bummer because it's not even like stuff that inherently leans backwards is also aggravating. Don't get me wrong. Like, something like this is supposed to balance. But if it leans backwards, it's like you can at least lean it back against something. But because this is so forward heavy, like it's already got a heavy head, and then the eyes and this little decoration are like towards the front, you can't even really like lean it back because it just sort of rotates like it. So I have no idea what to do with this little frog thing because it's not working the way that I wanted it to. Thankfully, I didn't really buy this for the frog. We're just gonna put the frog in timeout. I feel kind of mean now. Okay. You can turn around and lay there and do your awkward little stare. So, okay, let's just go ahead and get into Yasmin herself. As far as the articulation for this doll, also I'm gonna do my best to keep everything in frame like as it needs to be in frame, but she's a little bigger, a little chonkier than my normal. So I'm just doing my best. Articulation. Her head does rotate. It is extremely stiff. Like, I don't know if y'all can hear that. Hold on. That's the sound of her head trying to move. It's extremely stiff. It does rotate though. Her arms, I think, would have full articulation if her head didn't get in the way. I don't think the pigtails. I don't think they come off. I don't know. Like, I feel like there's like a little bit of a gap, but I can't get them off. But my hands are weak from unboxing everything and just existing. So who really knows? And then leg articulation is, you know, all the way around in that like typical Bratz Babyz fashion that gives them a little like wide-legged sit pose that they have got going on there. So that's all, you know, fairly standard. If we look at her face, I do think the painting on her like face itself is not so bad. You might be able to see when the light hits it. There's like some texture in here. There's like a little line here. Those are very, very faint. That didn't bother me nearly as much. I mean, even like her beauty mark, there's like a little bit missing. That was all sort of like, okay, you know, it is what it is. Maybe that's just part of the paint might look a little bit different on a doll of this size versus a normal doll. Look at the paint for her hair, y'all. Like, this curl especially is a mess. It's all weird and like fuzzy and doesn't follow the lines of the sculpt. It's kind of bad. Like, it's kind of bad. And I think these suckers are like $34 somewhere in there. Y'all, get it together. Like, she's really cute. That's what frustrates me is I unboxed her and I had said it was kind of like a question mark of, ooh, I wonder how I'm gonna feel about these. She's really cute. Like, I really do like her. They also did a Chloe reproduction, and literally I unboxed her and was like, I could probably stand to get the Chloe as well. Like, they're kind of cute. But what are we doing? That's crazy. So if I end up deciding to get the Chloe, it will certainly be on a sale because I'm not doing all that. She does have her like typical bottle bag that all the Bratz babies get. The way it was packaged is it's just like around her neck instead of sort of more properly like under the arm. I'll get it right to show you because it's going to bother me. Maybe. Haha, I got it. Sometimes these like style of keychains I feel like can be sort of tricky, but that wasn't too bad. So that's what I mean. That's how it's like supposed to sit. It was just packaged different for display in the box, I guess. Ooh, okay. I just like paused filming for a second because I thought I had put this on backwards and I was like, oh, now I need to fix it. This actually has a little gap there. Don't focus on the face, focus on my hand. Little gap there. So it's actually really easy to adjust on the keyring. So it just like pops on. That's quite nice. So I didn't have to like take the whole thing off to like get it in the right position. That's pretty cool. But yeah, I think this is fun. I don't know. I think these are super cute. I love that they come with all the Bratz babies. I love that it comes with the Bratz babies. I think that's just like quite precious. Her nails are painted pink. Very adorable. And that brings us to her clothes. But I do need to like side note, I really do appreciate how sturdy these are. Like, I don't know. She feels sturdy. That's the only word I can think of. Like, I like the way that she can balance on her feet because their feet are so like big and oversized. It's just, it's kind of nice. Her shirt that she's wearing is this little tank top, got like ribbon straps here. I love this design on the front. It's like abstract butterfly is what I'm getting from it. This is such a random specific memory, but I have such a vivid recall of being in like primary to elementary school, somewhere in there, and being on the school bus. And this older girl had a butterfly backpack that was like super silver holographic like this. And I was so jealous. I wanted that backpack so bad. This reminds me of that. And I don't know, I think it's kind of funky and fun. And then we do have just Velcro in the back. Same thing with her skirt. Her skirt is denim. It's like only pleated in the front. Like that doesn't continue around to the back. But it does have a belt that is like separate. We've got the sewn little belt buckles, a little metal, not actually metal, but like faux metal plastic buckle there. I love this that they've used. It's definitely sparklier in person than it's showing up on camera, which is aggravating. But it's also like a smooth texture. It almost feels like a vinyl of sorts. So there's not going to be any glitter fallout because it feels like it's all encapsulated, which is super nice. I like that her skirt is just like a little bit frayed. I don't know. Something about that is very cutie to me. The belt is sewn, like how it Velcros here. You can't do anything about that. So the belt is like a separate piece in the sense that it's separate and you get more detail, but it's not a separate piece that you can like take off and remove. So there is just that. And then underneath she's got her little panties painted on. Very cutie. She does have like a thick gusset, which is super nice because with a skirt this short, like it could definitely very easily ride up if they didn't have a gusset sewn in. So that lacked quality up here, but I am glad that like it seems like they did the skirt quite well. And then we get to her boots, her little baby boots with the pink and then the black soles. I do wish there was painted detail on here. I think that's kind of a cop out. Like these are enormous. I feel like it wouldn't be that hard or expensive to do painted detail for that. But what do I really know? I don't make dolls. I just talk about them. Overall, though, she's very cute. Like, I am really glad that I got her. I'm glad that I decided to keep her despite the quality issues. I am a little miffed about how much I paid for her for that because I'm going to have to go through and fix her entire hairline because it's so bad. But everything else is really nice. Oh, except for this. This was dumb. Well, y'all let me know if any of you had the original Bratz babies, not the reproductions. Was this a problem back then too that they just like didn't fix, or is this a new problem? I'm nosy. Regardless, though, would have preferred to pay a sale price, but I am happy that I have her. Now the question of Chloe lingers in the air, but again, that's a problem for me for later. I'm creating a lot of those this video, but we've got other stuff to move on to. I still have so many dolls. I'm going to take a break because I'm hungry. I need some lunch. It will not matter for you all, but I'm going to do that, and then we will come back to talk about the Watercolor and Create Rainbow High doll. Okay, we're back. I'm refreshed and full. Time to look at our Rainbow High Color and Create gal. We're going to go ahead and look through her, and then we'll test out the airbrush stuff. I'm a little scared. I can't lie. I'm a little bit scared about it. But that's a problem for later. First, we get to look at her pretty little face. Now, with the like Color and Create dolls, not just the airbrush ones, but like all of them, generally speaking, they do have slightly less exciting faces because the whole point is that they're supposed to be like a blank slate for you to create on top of. So, like, if she had bright pink makeup, you might not like how pink looks with green, for example. So then suddenly you're like, okay, well, now I can't make her green, even though I wanted to make her green. So that's why, like, the face is a little bit less exciting. Like, it's definitely not necessarily the highlight. I still think it's really pretty. Like, I think for a subtle face, this is really nicely done. I like the shade that they've used for her eyebrows. It's like not quite white, but it gives the impression that it matches the hair. I think the lips are really pretty. There's like a faint ombre going on there. They're a little bit more yellow toned towards the outside and like a little bit more pink towards the inside. Very, very pretty. But the most exciting part is she's got these freckles and they are all over her body. You can sort of see them on her leg here. And knee blushing. We haven't had this body since Victoria Whitman. that was such an amazing doll, and that was such a sad thing to see because we got her right before the Rainbow High reboot, and I was like, oh my god, we got this incredible body right before the reboot. She's not articulated in the elbows or the wrists, so that sucks. As you saw, she does have knee articulation. I I am sad about the articulation, but I am really happy that we got like that pretty body blushing again. Like she's got her freckles all over. I just think that's really, really cutie. The hair, I'm really hoping that when I watch this, it will bounce back because the box was so unkind to these curls, especially back here. She looks like a mess. I feel so awful because she's so gorgeous. Like she's so pretty, but she needs a little zhuzhin. She needs a little help with the hair. So like I said, I'm hoping that I can just wash it and sort of revive them, and it won't be insanely difficult. But we got to do something because she deserves a lot better than that. The bright side is that like it doesn't seem like she's rooted poorly. I think with white hair, it's always maybe a little bit harder to do the rooting, or maybe it just looks a little worse because it's such bad box hair. Like there are a good chunk of plugs in there, so I'm not upset about the rooting. This shirt is all one piece. I cannot lie. I thought it would be separate pieces. Like I thought it would be like a tube top and then the hoodie situation, and it's all connected. Like it's sewn together under the arm and back here, and there's just the one bit of Velcro. I mean, there's the faux hood Velcro, but the actual shirt is all one piece. It's a little disheartening. That one's a little sad. I thought we were getting more. I don't know. I just feel like for 30, 32, somewhere in there, 30-ish dollars, taking away all my articulation and not giving me two shirts is crazy. Not even all my articulation. I'm being dramatic, but like, come on, y'all. Get it together. It is still very pretty though. I like that we still have the detail of the like actual hoodie strings here, and the 3D R. That's really, really nice. Like the little gold emblem on there. I think that's pretty. But the star of the show is these pants, guys. I'm gonna like set her down just so you can. Her pants are so big and I love it. I say this all the time on the channel. I feel like we never get like pants like this. In general, I think we get fewer doll pants versus doll skirts and stuff because it's clearly more fabric to make pants than like a little teeny mini skirt. And I do love me a mini skirt, okay? That has a time and place. But sometimes I also want pants. And then even within the realm of pants, most often it's not something this wide and baggy. I don't know. I just think that these are so fun and so unique, and they've got so many good details. Like she's got a second waistband poking out here that says rainbow, so it's sort of like the look of like your underwear poking out a little bit over your like pants. That's what it gives me. I listen. I'm kind of a big fan. I'm vibing with it. We have the tie here at the front and like the little eyelets. Hello. I love the ribbon that's sewn on top, and it does go to the back too. This is not a front only feature. That's extremely fun. They're just so baggy and cool, and like I just love them. Even the shoes, I know these shoes are not for everybody. I get it. Okay, you don't have to like them. They're funky, they're weird. You might not think they go with this outfit. I think they work. I cannot even lie to y'all. I think they work. She's bold. She's not like shy of her style, and I just love it. Like she's just so cool, so pretty. Clearly I'm still very happy even though she is missing the articulation, but we have to test out the airbrush. So I'm gonna move her because like I'm genuinely like this might splatter everywhere. There's no way I'm ruining this doll. It's not. We're not risking it. We're gonna do tests to be sure that it's fine. So for said tests, I have a paper for protection and for the initial test. And then this is our sacrificial lamb, so to speak. I want to say this came with Daphne Minton. I could be super wrong though. I'm just not using it currently. It's not that I want to ruin it. Like my hope is still that I can go to the bathroom over there and wash this off right away and it'll be chill for y'all. But if this gets ruined, it's not like I'm using it. Like I want to keep her in her outfit. So if I ruin it, it's kind of like, oh, uh-oh. If I ruin this, it's not like it's on a doll right now. I will be sad, but not nearly as sad. But we're going to test the paper first. So with this little mechanism, it doesn't say that I need to put batteries in. So we're just going to try it without doing that first and see what happens. It says to take your marker and to push it all the way until it clicks like that, and then I should just be able to press this little button and I'm really scared. Drat. I probably have to do something with the batteries. Give me a minute. Okay, yeah, I did make a mistake. That was on me. I need 4 batteries. It was just on a separate page of the instructions, and I didn't look at it. So that's my fault. I'll go see if I even have the batteries to fix it. We might be canceling this section of the video. Okay, take 2. We're locked and loaded. Let's try this again. Well, you can hear it. And I can feel it. Is it not in all the way? Hold on. Does the marker even draw? I guess that's... Okay, the marker does draw. We're testing yellow first, obviously, because it's... Oh! That happened. Ew! Oh, okay. I mean, it's in. There it goes. It just took a second. That's actually kind of cool. I can't even lie, y'all. It's so light and airy. Okay, so it can be a little bit messy at first. That also might have been user error. Let's just do like a... Alright, well, I got some on there. I'm gonna give it just like a second to kind of set in, I guess. I feel so scared doing this. If this one comes off, we'll turn it around and we'll try a darker color on the other side. But I don't think it's smearing at this point. So it does dry pretty fast. Let's see how this goes. Okay, so the answer is it's kind of hard to see just because like the shirt is still a little bit wet. But I think that actually came out. I am extremely pleasantly surprised. So we can go ahead and test a different color. I mean, maybe I should clean this first. It doesn't really look like there's any yellow in there. There's some here. I don't care if it comes out green. Like, it's not a big deal. I think that's clicked in all the way. Ooh, look at this splatter. Ooh, I actually might use this on her. I fully was like, oh, I don't care about this. Look at that green color. Ooh, wait, this is super fun. Oh, shit. I actually think that's really cool. Okay, hold on. There's one other thing. It came with these plus that blue one that I showed you. So, like, you know, traditional primaries, you might say, plus purple. So I think that that's like a decent sort of range. I want to see red. Also, red stains a lot, so I'll put red on the shirt and see how that goes. But I want to see if it comes out like pink. Oh, it's pink! Ooh, okay, wait. I'm like not even joking when I say there is also a way to clean this. Just to be clear, they say that in the instructions. There's a way to clean the cartridge. I think we are going to go back to blue. I'm stumbling because I'm excited now. Just because it is so pink that I'm like, oh, it might not stain the way that I want to test if it'll stain. This is low-key fun. Like, this is actually, I'm not even joking. This is something that I could see myself using, not on the doll, but like, or like not only on the doll, but also just for art in general. That's crazy. But she also came with this. This literally doesn't matter. These are little stencils. I can tell you quite certainly I'm not going to want to use the RH one. So I feel good about using that as like the little test here. The way that it works is if you peel this part of the sticker and then put it on the shirt, which is what we're going to do, you'll get like an outline of the stencil. And then if you peel this whole sheet off, which you can then put this down and then you'll have like only the letters colored. So it'll be the inverse, which is fun. Like, I think that that's like a fun little inclusion. Is this the best spot to be doing this? No, but it's just a test. Try to get that on there real good. And let's just go for it. My fingernail is now blue. I wonder if that will come off. But so that's what it looks like with the stencil still on, and then you should just wait. This shit kind of slaps. Wait. Oh, my finger's a mess too. Y'all, this is sick as hell. I judged way too harshly. Okay, final test is going to be if all of this comes off. I'm going to put this out so that I don't make any more of a mess. But I'll keep you updated on my fingers and this bad boy. Okay, final verdict. I didn't even have to put soap on this sucker, and it all like came off instantly. That's crazy. I don't know how well it would do like if you left it for like a week and then tried to wash it out. But if you just like are using it and then you make a mistake and you want to immediately wash it off, that's just coming off no question. My thumb looking better, my hand or my finger pretty much better, but I did have to whip out soap for my finger and for my nail. Because of that, we're not going to be testing this on my hair because it's not hair wash day, and I do not want to have to wash my hair just because of this stuff. And since the skin and nail, it didn't come off without soap, like I would have to wash my hair, and I have places to go after I finish filming. Like, I'm really sorry, we're not testing that today. Maybe another time, but it works. That shit's pretty cool. I can't even lie. I really genuinely was like, I'm getting this just for the doll, and this entire gimmick is a wash. This is kind of sick. I'm like, can I buy other markers that will fit? Ah, how fun. But I guess that's everything for oh, I got scared. I hit the button. Nothing was in it, thank goodness. But yeah, one more minute for the doll herself. I got whoopsies. I'm not fixing that. That's just gonna be a fun little memoriam. I just wanted to show her off one more time before we move on to what was I talking about next? Draculaura's playset. Draculaura's playset is what we're doing next. So this is like the backside of Draculaura's playset. It is her locker, Claudine's locker, and then Frankie's locker, all like lined up against each other because this is her secret hidden potion room, which I just think is super fun, and I really like that they actually bothered to like decorate the back and kind of sell the illusion for like display, play, whatever the case might be. I just think that that's really nice because they could have just given us the front part that you're going to see in a second and been like, there you go. This is nice. Like, I think that this is actually genuinely fun, and they all have these cardboard inserts that are unique to them, so it looks like they've decorated their lockers. It's quite precious. Frankie's locker and Claudine's locker are completely normal, but Draculaura's locker does open up, so then you can see the inside here, where she's got like some bags and her pictures of her friends and like her mirror that just has a kiss mark. Very, very cute stuff. And of course, that leads into her potion room. So with the potion room, I don't have a lot of room. I'm trying to like show you this. The table like hinges on this, so you could definitely have it be like the secret locker, and you can actually have the doll walk in and like go into the potion room. I just don't have a lot of room how I'm filming this right now because I didn't think ahead at all. But that's so cute. Like, I love that aspect. I just think that that's super duper fun. I'm probably not going to use it that much. Like, I am likely just going to display this side. But I love that they made it an option. Like, I just think that that's really fun. And I think it adds so much imagination factor and play factor to this toy. I think it's absolutely fabulous. Then, if we rotate the little shelf out the way, this would be fine and it would balance if it wasn't hanging off my table. Just to be clear, like that's not a toy issue, that's a space issue. Because again, I'm not really doing this correctly. So on the inside of the lockers, you can see all of the decorations now that are like for her potion room specifically. So we can still see the inside of Draculaura's locker, but now you can see the inside too, or like the backside or whatever of her friends' lockers. I don't know how this works. Do they just like not get to have lockers, or is this just like a second cubby hole? I don't know. It doesn't matter. I think it's really cute. Like this is just, it's just so fun and so precious, and I love. This is such a simple thing for them to do. You know, like just adding a cardboard insert. It doesn't take a ton of money to do that, right? Like the most intense expense I imagine would be paying the people to design what goes inside of the lockers, but it adds so much atmosphere and so much detail. I just think it's really, really cutie. I love it so much. And then of course we have the table here, which is really nice. Like the wood grain sculpted in there is so, so cool. Obviously it's modular, like you can move it around. If you wanted to, you could also just completely detach this from the hinge and have them be completely separate pieces, which is a nice little touch there. And then we have all the things that come with her potion room, which is really super fun. And I can't decide what order to show you things in. I think we're gonna save like the surprise, like the gimmicky elements for last. So first, just a little piece here. We have a trio of black roses, which is, it's just like a fun little set piece. Like it's just nice. And then there's all these shelves in here, so you can put all this stuff on there. I love it. I just love this playset so much. I think it's really stupidly cute. We have this potion bottle. This one does have like a little thumb holder so that Draculaura or whoever, you can have anybody playing around in here, can hold the potion with like a little skull and crossbones, a skullette and crossbones rather, on there, which is adorable. I'm just going to stick that over there. We have, again, with a thumb hole, a little like stir stick, a spoon perhaps, although like there's holes, so I don't know how effective a spoon it would be. But this is like to stir in her cauldron, which we are going to get to again, so she can hold it. I think it's just it's cutie, and having a little like Dracula, like vampire style skelet, it just feels more personable. I don't know. It's kind of precious. Then we have, what's next? Let's see. I'll just show you these. These are like technically connected to part of the gimmick, but I can show you separate. We've got 3 little potion bottles here, smaller than that other one. And these are all the same shape, and none of them have labels on them. They do all have skelet tops, though. I was like thinking that that was a mistake for a second. I don't think it's going to focus enough to show you. Come on, bestie, please. Yeah, no. But the top, the stopper of the bottles, they're all little skelets. That's, gosh, just adorable. We do have the Count Fabulous that I pointed out. I think I pointed out. We're just going to go with, yeah, absolutely adorable. I love Count Fabulous this generation, so like I can never have enough of them. Like I'll take more and more and more. And you might notice right here, you can't really tell on camera, but there's like a little holder instead of a full shelf right here, so you can have Count Fabulous hang out, just chilling out, like upside down. I think you can do right side up if you wanted. Yeah, hanging out. It's adorable. I love that. I like that Count Fabulous gets to be included and like has a special spot in the playset. You could obviously just also have them sitting on the table or a shelf or something, but I love that there's a designated spot. And then the last non-gimmick item goes with a gimmick item, but it doesn't have a gimmick itself, so it doesn't count. It's this little spellbook holder. Shut up. I think the color is very fun. Like it really pops against the overwhelming pink of everything else. The enormous skeleton hands being the way the book is held, the spiderweb, like bone base. This is sick. Like this is genuinely so stinking cool. So I guess we'll show you the spellbook gimmick first. I'm a little scared about this one, but I'm going to be brave and show you guys. So this is her spellbook. The front says Monster Magic Volume 2 because this did come out, I believe, sort of concurrently with the core refresh wave 2. So like it would have been, like the second version of the dolls, Volume 2. It makes sense. Very, very pretty on the front there. It is just like a plain spiderweb and skeleton on the back, but I'm not really fussed. And then when you open it up, one side is blank, one side has a little paper in here. So it's supposed to be able to just like sit like this. Like I guess like the pinkies hold it open. And the gimmick is supposed to be that you get cold water on the paper and you'll get to see the spells. I'm scared. I'm really afraid I'm going to ruin the paper, but we're going to give it a whirl. I have my water here that I actually grabbed for a different element of this playset, and I'm just literally going to like dip my finger in and just dab. Oh, wait. That's kind of sick, actually. I don't know why I'm entertained by this. Like, it said it would happen, so I shouldn't be surprised, but that's actually really cool. It's kind of faint. Mine is just like cold tap water, so I wonder if like ice water would make it more intense. But the gimmick definitely works and better than I expected and very, Very cutie. I don't know why I was scared. Like, they designed it that way. Of course, the paper's gonna be fine, but I just have anxiety, y'all. The other gimmick piece here, or one of the others, I should say, is this skull sitting on some books with like a candle on top. Painted detail would be nice. I can have that myself. I get it. So we can go from here with it like lit up with the flame and with the eyes. There's a little lever on the back that you can pull. And mine, I'm not gonna lie, mine's kind of stuck. I can like push down on the flame and get it all the way down. So it's like not lit up. And then I can use the lever to light it all the way up. But I cannot. Oh, there it goes. It was just tight. I fixed it. Hee hee. Have fun. So when she needs to, she can light her little skull candle, or it can just be extinguished, which is sick. But the big one is Draculaura's cauldron. So the sculpting, really nice. We've got like the claw feet, all this detailing on both sides of the cauldron. Inside, you can see there's like this crystalline sort of structure, and it does pop up, and there's a little area inside. So the way that that functions is that you can store one of these potions in there. So it's like a, oh, she made it, like you can like see the reveal of the potion, which is super cute. But also, allegedly, if you have it like this and you pour in cold water, then the crystal will rise and perhaps change color. I'm scared. But we're going to give it a whirl. This is really kind of dumb and dangerous of me to be doing without any. I'm going to move the book. Hold on. Without any towels down. But I don't really feel like thinking with my brain today. So we're just going to pour and hope for the best. Did y'all see that? That's kind of cool. Oh, I think it started to spill. So I think that's about as much as I can do. The color change is not color changing, but that might be, it might be too cold or not cold enough. Yeah, okay, because it says icy color or icy water changes the color up here. It's supposed to go like that. So my guess is that it simply isn't cold enough to change the color. My like just cool tap water. So what I'll probably do is, while we talk about the last dolls, just stick this in the freezer without the water, because I don't want it to like expand and break or anything like that. But I'll probably just stick it in the freezer to get it cold to see if that changes the color. But as you saw, the water does work to like push the crystal up. That's extremely fun. Like that is, I just think it's really cool. I don't know. I think this is a super fun little set. I'm just now realizing I forgot one more item. And that is Draculaura's little stool here. Pink with the bat wing back. And it does swivel. So she can rotate around. Let me grab a Draculaura doll actually and see how well she sits in it. The one I have handy is her second core refresh doll, so that's what we're going to use. That's probably what I'll display with this set anyway, just because, like, I don't know, I already have the other one sort of settled on my shelf. Okay, so it's a little tall for her, I think is the problem. I don't know if I can change that. Hold on. No, it doesn't look like the chair is adjustable in that way. And it is, it's just, it's like a little, it's a little too tall. Oh, okay, there we go. I balanced her. I made it happen. So you kind of have to like work for it, but she can sit in her chair and do her little magics. And I think that's cute. I think this is super fun. But I'm going to pop this in the freezer, put all the rest of this away, and then we will go to the last dolls for today, the Rainbow and Shadow High Twins 2-pack. Hey, y'all, I swear, I forgot what it was like for Rainbow High dolls to come with stands. I was like a little bit surprised. They also came with combs. It doesn't matter. I don't need the combs. I want more stands. Let's go ahead and just look at the bags real quick, and then we'll go over Luna, and then we'll go over Sunny, because not to be mean to Luna, but Sunny is definitely stealing the show here. Okay, Sunny is, I think, the undisputed star of the 2-pack. Don't look at the hair though, because my god. So Luna's bag is really cool. It's not as cool as Sunny's, but it is really cool. It's this sort of like trunk shape. The handle on top doesn't really like fold. It's like a soft plastic, but it's not hinged. So it doesn't really move in the way that like I might have expected it to. It does have this longer handle that's actual fabric. Wow, and that's hinged and moves. Remember when we got shit like that? I feel like this segment is just going to be me complaining about Rainbow High's current quality. So sorry if that's aggravating. And then it is like all this lovely silver. It is painted like a faintly deeper gray on the SH and the sparkles and moons that are all over it. And then it does open up like a little chest, little treasure chest. Very cute, but I mean, let's just be honest. This is cuter, more interesting. It doesn't even function, but like it's pretty sick. It is like a plastic teddy bear that's been flocked, and you can see the cute little face that we've got going on. And then this strap is this like faux leather material, and then it hooks together with Velcro like that. So to get it around the doll, you would undo it, get it around Sunny, and then just like slide that back through there and secure, which is super, super cool. I will say, like, I sort of wish this was a more fun color. I low key might try my hand at dyeing it like a pinky color or something like that. Because I just don't know if like the tan really matches the outfit, but the vibe actually. Like, I mean, it's spot on for the vibe. So that's my only thought. My only complaint with the bag is like, I don't know. It's just it feels like it needs to be a little more colorful. Maybe I'm crazy for that. We'll see. I might not actually try it, but I just wanted to point that out. But with the bags out of the way, we can go ahead and take a look at Luna. She does have a gorgeous face. Like, it's a very, very pretty face. I talked about my hangups earlier. I'm not gonna get into it. The hairstyle is really cool and quite intricate. She's got braids wrapped around these buns, and then of course, like the back. Listen, it's kind of a disaster. It's not as bad as Sunny's, but it's kind of a disaster. That's okay though. That's okay. She has got on these really pretty earrings with like this iridescent stone to it. That I like a lot. I think that's super, super cool. And yeah, the face just, ugh. It makes me wish I could just transplant this face onto another doll, but I can't, alas. Like, I could swap the head, but when the skin tone, like being a fantasy skin tone, is part of what, like, I just am not vibing with as much, that's not gonna really help. I just want to like rip the makeup off and stick it on another doll. That sounds so horrific. I'm gonna stop talking. She comes with a plain black T-shirt under this like silver faux leather, faux vinyl sort of bustier situation. It does have studs on it. The studs could have been left off. I think. I don't know. They honestly sort of feel like they were added on just to try to make this doll look even half as detailed as Sunny is, because Sunny like definitely got the favoritism in this pack. But I just think they look kind of weird because it's like the same silver as the rest of the bustier. So I don't know. Am I being a hater? You can tell me. Just be nice. This skirt, I know this is like based on a real brand. I've seen it on TikTok at some point. I just don't know what brand it is. But it is really quite cool. It's got this buckle with like the faux leather belt, a little belt loop there, and these like rings that go through to hook the top part to the bottom. The way that like the real skirts are is they don't have this underlayer, and it's like a little bit of skin that you can see. I believe that's what I remember seeing. On here though, there's like you can't really get any of that, which it's fine. It doesn't super duper matter to me. It's a fun skirt. Like all of Luna is something that I really wouldn't go out of my way to get, but because she was at a discount like price, I was willing to get her to get Sunny. I feel really mean. I'm not trying to bully her. I'm going to steal her clothes. But she's just not as much for me. It's not that she's an ugly doll. She's just not as much for me. Final piece is my favorite piece of hers, which are these stompers of some boots. Those are just sick. And the painted detail on the eyelets. Hello? I miss this. Like, as much as I'm like, oh yeah, I don't really like the whole package for Luna, I miss this level of quality. But Sunny, let's just go ahead and talk about the hair from the back, okay? I'm gonna actually have to take her off her stand because she's got more going on in the back. But we have to address this. So Sunny has quite an intricate hairstyle here. I already knew just from seeing other people open these dolls when they were newer that this was going to be a little bit of a mess, but I do think mine is especially horrific. Like, I can't even tell what this was supposed to be, which means that recreating this is going to be even more of a pain in the ass than I thought it was going to be. I just got distracted by something. Wait, holy shit. The bear has paws. Please focus, please. The bear has paws. Anyway, sorry. I just saw that and was like, oh my God. But yeah, it's kind of a mess. It's kind of a mess. And because it was supposed to be such an intricate hairstyle, it is, I mean, this is solid. Like, my cat would use that as a toy. Reese, are you still down here? No, she went upstairs, but she would play with this. It's rock. Rock solid, crunchy as hell. I get it. There's like not necessarily a way to execute this sort of super in-depth style without using like a ton of gel if you want to keep it looking super nice in the box, but mine didn't even really stay nice in the box. So that's what, like, the third problem for future rain that I've created in this video. We're not going to dwell on that. To look at her face, this is the part that like sold me the most. She's so pretty. This and just like the sheer amount of detail I think is genuinely unreal. Do I have like, there's no way. You are shitting me. I swear to y'all I didn't do that.
A brief intermission, I was having too many troubles all at once. There's a hair plug at the front of Sunny's head that is just like cut, like it's just this short, stubby little plug of hair that looks absolutely stupid. So I was flustered about that, and then while I was dealing with that, my camera refused to focus, so I could neither get good footage nor get my words out. So that's why there's like an awkward skip here.
That now I'm gonna have to like fix this and swoop it over better. That kind of pisses me off. What the hell is that? Anyway, her face is so pretty, like the gold. It's really, really solid. And then the detail of these hair clips, the two sparkly barrettes on this side, the pearlescent one, and then on this side you get a sun and a moon. Shut up. This is like Sunny in general, I think tends to have better dolls because she has a very, very concrete style. A lot of the other Rainbow High characters that have been around for a while, they have a concrete style, but MJ has not always been great at sticking to it. Sunny has just such a clear, recognizable style that her worst dolls are the worst because they don't look as much like her. Like they don't look as like crazy covered and stuff out there. This is to me, I think, like the best outfit for Sunny just because the sheer amount of like detail that we get in here. Like all of Sunny's outfits realistically to me, I'm like, okay, she would be wearing this with a ton of accessories. So her getting a ton of accessories at this one just, it feels right. It feels correct. She's got these super precious little like starburst earrings. They do match on both sides. And then clothes. So first she's got this insane jacket. The ruffles along the front are crazy. The hood here, like the white part of the hood, it's soft on the inside. Wow. That's sewn to the jacket, which has little baby beads on the strings. Shut up. And then there's like cuffs, extra cuffs sewn on. Like there's just so much detail. There's pockets on the sleeves here. This is what I mean about bemoaning the quality we used to get. We used to get to just have these dolls. Anyway, and then on the back, this is super, super precious. We have like a little cartoon rendition of Sunny. That is genuinely so, so stinking cute. Like, I don't even know what I'm supposed to say. That's just absolutely precious. And I love the idea that that like implies that, are you, hello? Okay, I just had a fuzzy on there. I got really scared that she got stained somehow. But like it implies that she made this, right? Or like had one of her friends make it for her. Because you ain't buying that in a store. Like, no way. That is so, it's just so cutie patootie. And then the shirt underneath, it is just a short sleeve shirt, ends right here. It's a little baggy. I think that's like maybe a complaint of mine. I think it fits like a little bit awkwardly. At least if you don't have the jacket covering it, I think it would fit a little awkwardly. But it says rainbow, and then there's this 3D patch on here of this cat wearing like a unicorn hoodie, and you can see all the embroidered safety pins. That's fucking crazy, y'all. Like that level of detail is genuinely bonkers to me. Bonkers. I love it. And then her skirt is super duper weird. So it's like this sort of white, like faux denim layer. And then it's got this plastic layer on top, which if you've been here before, you know I'm a sucker for like little plastic clothing pieces. I don't know why, but I just eat that shit up. This is great. And all like the little crazy decals and stickers and stuff on top that go all the way around. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Hell yeah. I'm so glad. I'm so glad that I ended up getting this. I was debating, and the reason my husband ended up buying it for me is because I was like, oh, blah, blah, I don't know if I'm going to. I don't know if I want to. I don't know if I should spend the money. I'm very grateful. I'm going to tell him another thank you as soon as I'm done filming because, good God, she's incredible. The leg warmers with the rainbows at top. That's so good. The only like questionable part to me is her shoes because they are these Crocs, which is super cute and feels correct for Sunny, with like all the little charms, but they're high heeled. I don't know. It's a little weird for me. I don't know. I'm just like not necessarily the biggest fan of that, but I think I can overlook it because the rest is like so good. I would not have been able to overlook it at full price, but for the sale price, we can pretend that it's fine. So let me get everybody lined up here and we'll conclude the video. Okay, we have Count Fabulous hanging out on the chair here as sort of like a stand-in for the playset because I couldn't get that all in. And as you can see, if I can stop dripping water all over, the color change works. I put it in the freezer and it was good. The parts that are pink are just places that I was holding it, so that's a me problem. That's my skin like reheating it up. But yeah, my water just wasn't hot enough. The cauldron does, or wasn't cold enough. It needs to be like icy, icy cold, like icy cold. But yeah, the cauldron turns purple and the crystal turns pink. Super cool. Can confirm that that works. So, final thoughts. I've been at this for quite some time. I'm tired, but boy, howdy, have I had fun unboxing all these. I don't know, like my little haul videos are just a little more chill, maybe slightly more chaotic than my normal content. I mean, I'm kind of always a little chaotic, but I think my haul videos are especially chaotic, but they're so fun. And I just feel so happy about the things that I have got my grubby little paws on today. The playset I've wanted forever. And I'm so excited to finally have it and to finally get a Draculaura set up in the playset. Like, I just think that that's going to be so cute on my shelf. I'm really excited about the twins. Like, again, even though I don't plan on keeping Luna, these are dolls that like I never thought I would end up getting because like I just didn't expect to see them in a Burlington. Like I just didn't think I was ever gonna get them for a price that I was good with. And having this Sunny in my collection at least, and having like Luna's pieces, I'm really excited because these are some really, really incredible detailed pieces. Obviously, this girly pop is just so gorgeous. She's been living rent free in my head since I first saw the stock photos for her, and the gimmick being actually genuinely so fun is such a great surprise. So like that's excellent. And then of course the Bratz Babyz Yasmin. I love her. Like the quality, not not necessarily super, but she's so cute, and I already know that I'm going to be carrying her around the house, much to the dismay of my husband, who is not a Bratz fan, but he loves me anyway, so he'll tolerate it. But that is finally it for the haul, y'all. I had so much fun. I feel like I sound so bad because I am just like tired. Like I have been working on this for a hot minute. It took me ages to unbox these dolls, but genuinely, this was so fun, so exciting to do. So thank you again for hanging out with me. Please tell me which of these is your favorite in the comments down below. Who like intrigues you the most? Are you gonna go hunt for any of these? Because I mean, like, she's available on Amazon. She's available on Walmart. I think this is available on Walmart. I don't know. Let me know what your feelings are on these. But that's finally it for me for today, y'all. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day or night, whatever it might be, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye, guys.